Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on getting all of this filled in still, and we've been making some progress on it, but what we really need right now is to spend this influence, which we will definitely do fairly soon. So I want to take a look through these buildings first. Okay, nothing to be done there. Fantastic. And then of course we've got this fortress here that I would love to build a building in, but we don't have the building that we want yet. We'll get there. So this archaeological dig is fully excavated. Perfect. And we then need to get the clever clam doing something. And the question is what? Well, there are a couple of things that we could have it do. So we've currently got two out over here. You're going to Muscat right now. So the clever clam really should head south here and start researching like this anomaly here. That would be ideal. There's a bunch of anomalies out over this way, actually. So just get those completed for now. That will be perfect. There's more down over here. We'll get those done eventually. Wonderful. So, an embassy proposal. Yes, we accept that. They were a pirate haven. Interesting.
Construction complete.
Okay, well, there's the ISS Bluefin finishing up in Phemisto. So we're going to build our mining stations there, and then we're going to head up and build a starbase in Lemsa. So that looks perfect. And the question is, do we think that we can sustain another construction ship? I think the answer to that is probably no, to be honest. A magnetic storm has been detected, which seems absolutely fine. No problem there. Okay, so we're going to want to start building some gateways fairly soon as well. What is this? Okay. So the Lorango Guardians, sure, but we also unlocked the new Federation level. So we could add a trait pick here. That seems reasonably okay. I guess we'd go with, like, Righteous. Sure. So you can see that economically, we're currently a little bit behind the Zeritan Citizen Alliance. This isn't surprising. We've been focusing very, very heavily on territory, and we've been prioritizing that over grabbing additional economy for the moment. Although that will change soon enough. Even the stars are not immune. A surge of psionic energy has remade Cu, transforming it into a star of an entirely new nature. Now, a Class M red giant casts its strange light upon the Cu system, as if reality itself has been altered. So, this is interesting that this can happen. So it can replace planets with shrouded planets. It can replace stars with different types of stars from the storms. However, that can create problems, and significant ones, because as you are making your arc furnaces and your Dyson swarms, those are reliant on having particular planets and particular resources, and you can't destroy them once they're made, and there's a hard limit to how many you can make. So that could just theoretically screw you over. That's interesting. No doubt about that. The Korath Temple of Renewal has declared war on the Abusan Principality again. Okay, that's pretty normal, and a small commemoration will suffice. Excellent. We need a new Minister of Ascension, and Eyes of Orange is maybe not terrible, but what do we got here? Actually, Notice Slip Salt would be absolutely fine. Okay, looks good. What else do we need for jobs? Well, actually nothing right now, which is mildly surprising. We've also got this disabled gateway, and this is where? Out in Ajam? Okay. It would be convenient to have this online, so we should probably start getting this going. I'm going to sell off some minerals since we're getting quasi-close to capping. And let's start getting... Let's see, this is a tomb world, right. Let's start getting this upgrading. Okay, so that looks good. I do want to check in on our construction ships because I believe we have an idle one. Yeah, up here in Atlas. So we're going to build our research stations and our mining stations, and we're going to go build a starbase in Volmar. Perfect. So that looks wonderful. We've got a number of things that we're still interested in building. In fact, a whole lot of things. A really large number of things that we're interested in building. And that's going to mean that we're still fairly influence capped at this moment. So that is understood. We are absolutely going to want to start building a gateway in Radar Central and then at each of these defensive stations as a first setup. Ah, Sin refugees. Okay, cool. Yeah, refugees are absolutely welcome. We will take pops. Pops are good. We want pops. So Forge World is needing a job here. I think that putting in a civilian industry here does make some amount of sense. So we'll do that for the moment. And then up here, this is a generator world. This isn't a real generator world, though. We're going to put in an astrometeorology observatory. And then we're also going to put in a storm... I don't know about a relief center. We're going to put in a storm attraction center for sure. And a storm summoning theater. But I don't know about a relief center yet until we've decided what this is going to be. We'll leave that be for the moment. So our capital requires a job. Let's just upgrade our storm attraction center for that. That looks good.
Construction complete.
Cool, so we're done down in Lemso. We're going to build our mining stations there and head over to Darabius. Excellent. Migration treaty. We're going to have to decline that. We need the influence. Cool.
System
So we're
survey
terraforming
complete.
out over here, and Hullabray 3 should already be colonizing. So that, yeah, we can see the colony ship heading in right now. That shouldn't be an issue at all. Terraforming tomb worlds would be nice. We don't have the tech for that at this moment. We'll see if that becomes a thing. We do have several tomb worlds, though, so that would not be a bad thing to do. We are, of course, going to grab this continental world. And getting that colonized as soon as possible will be a very big deal. So we're very interested in doing it. Now, the ISS Sea Hare is idle up over here, and I would definitely like to go research the anomaly in Volmar, so we'll get that underway for now. Beautiful. So once we're done over here in Hadar, I'm thinking that we should probably go to, like, Hawaz and build the starbase out over here. That'll be the overall idea, anyway. And then Volmar is going to be done very, very soon. So we're definitely making very solid progress at getting this all filled in. There's still these two up over here. And that's going to be the job of the Aeolid 7 here. So we're going to grab the resources here in Volmar as soon as this is completed. And then we're going to head to Ciatera, and then we're going to head up this way, is the idea. So we're going to build the mining stations. There's no actual research stations there, but we should colonize this world, which we are going to do.
Building a new
Wonderful.
home.
So Ginnog Prime here, this is a generator world, allegedly, but it's not a real one. We're just going to put in our standard buildings for now. So this seems absolutely fine for the moment. A Storm Attraction Center and a Storm Summoning Center. We'll put in a Relief Center if we're creating base level materials here. But if we're creating second level materials, there's no point. So for the moment, that all looks phenomenal. Cool. 2 terraformations underway right now. And we're going to be done here in Hadar very, very shortly. Mawir Caretakers joined the Mutual Assistance Pact. Now, that's not our federation. Our federation is the Union of Autonomous Powers. So that seems fine. And we're not in a position to take it over just yet, although we will get there. So that seems wonderful. After we're done here in Volmar, we want to go grab Ciatera. And that will be finished up shortly. Excellent. Also, I don't know if I ever talked about spelling center the British way here. I just thought it was funny. I don't know. That's one of those things that I'm just vaguely amused by. Yeah, I have no explanation. I'm not British. This is not how I spell center. So we're going to build our mining stations here, and I would definitely like to come down and grab this Arctic world. So that would be wonderful. We don't actually have the influence to grab that right now. So we'll come back to that after we get these mining stations done. We're definitely chewing through our influence at this moment, and that was expected that this would end up happening. So that looks great, and I think we're going to have this ship, once we're done out over here, we're going to build in Ciatera, and then we're going to grab Alfard and Moscot, and then after that, I think we're going to have this ship be assigned to building gateways, most likely. So that is probably the way that that's going to go. We need to be able to get around our empire a lot faster than we can right now. If we got into a war at this moment, we would have problems with transit time. no doubt about it, it would be significant issues. The ISS Sea Hare is idle right now, and that was over here in Volmar. I don't even know what else I want this to do other than, like, summon storms at this point. There's really not that much else for it to do. I guess we do have a couple of excavations to do out over this way, so we can get those completed. Yeah, those definitely exist, and we can do astral rifts too. So we were unable to build in Ciatera. I think that's probably because we didn't have enough influence there. There's that gateway in the Ajum system online, so that's wonderful. Come on down here and build that starbase. Did we colonize this? Yes, we did. Beautiful. Okay, so that is all good.
Construction complete.
Now, we just finished up in Durabius, and we don't have enough influence right now, but I want to come down and grab Kunides, and the Clever Clam is out in Ebliuk at this moment. I'm going to send it all the way down over here to explore this Astral Rift in Regulus. So we're going to do that for the moment. Beautiful. We're full on food. We should sell some food. We should probably sell some minerals as well. There we go. What's our cap on energy credits? 60,000? Yeah, we can just hold those for now. That sounds good. We have a new tradition available, and we are going to definitely take Defensive Zeal. So that will be absolutely wonderful. How are we doing on our worlds here? Well, Epteron Prime requires a planetary administration. We will definitely get that going. An Agra world here requiring a job. Well, we can certainly put in an agriculture district. That is not a big deal. Beautiful. And the ISS Bluefin is, of course, idling down here in Kunides. We would love to get this building, but we're a few months away from actually being able to do it. So that is understood. We can do astral actions, and are there any that we actually want to do? I mean, we could take planar mastery. We can only do that once, so we can just get that completed.
Construction complete.
Cool. So for now, that all looks good. The Aeolid 7 is in Ciatara, and there's a lot of structures to be built there.
Research complete.
So we'll get that going. Wonderful. And we just finished up economies of scale. So that is absolutely wonderful. I'm not seeing too much here right now that I'm just super eager to get. There are a few good things, no doubt about it. Edict Fund would be good. Artificial Moral Codes would be good. We'll grab the Edict Fund for now. So that will help us get additional unity, right? And that's not bad. It's just a flat 20, though. We're currently full on minor artifacts, and we should do something with that. So we could celebrate diversity. We could discover an L-Gate insight if we really wanted to. I don't want to do L-Gates yet. So we're going to celebrate diversity. We're going to proclaim a religious revelation. And sell to private collectors. So that all looks great. Aha. So these guys are trying to claim Euchromia. So we would cede this to their civilization. No, that's a laughable demand from an immature civilization. That's not going to happen. Okay. So this is all fine. No problem there. I do want to potentially declare war on these guys. We could vassalize them. I think we'd have to make a claim on this, wouldn't we? No, we wouldn't. So we could definitely vassalize them. That is an option. I mean, there would be very little that they could do about it. They're right up over here. Let's send the Tsunami Fleet up there, and let's also send Transport Fleet 7 up there. We will put in a new commander. You'll do. And we're going to head on up to Euchromia. Beautiful. So that looks great. I do want to get our starbase done here. We just need to wait for this month tick. Oh, wait. We gained administrative control because we control the starbase. Amazing. Okay, we don't actually need to do anything here. I was planning on fighting them, but we don't have to. That makes sense. Okay, so back we go. No problem. Euchromia is now under our control. So what's going on Euchromia 3? They have 2 temples and a research lab. This is kind of all over the place. 5 available jobs here. Okay. I'm going to replace this temple with a gene clinic. And I'm going to replace this temple with an astrometeorology observatory. For now, that'll be fine. We'll come back to that. So the ISS Bluefin is, of course, idling in Hawaz, and we're going to get that going. Excellent. We do need to fill in these constellations, right? But we're making really, really solid progress on all of that. We have a ways to go yet, but we're certainly making solid progress here. So that looks phenomenal. Very soon, we're going to be able to start putting together our trade network and collecting all of these trade resources, which is going to be useful. But for now, we just don't have the resources to do that. That's a lot of unity. We're going to take it. That's actually almost going to give us another unyielding trait here, which is really good.
Research complete.
Really, really good. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Complete.
We're very happy to get that. So neutronium armor has now finished, and we can grab plasma thrusters. Why not? We're only 2 months away from hypershields as well. So that is absolutely phenomenal. Do we know any intelligent sapients that could use an additional stream of energy credits? Bunk beds for 500 unity, huh? That's less than a month's worth. Increases housing by 10%, though. I really don't feel like we need it. I really, really don't. So we're going to colonize down over here. This is a tundra world. We can just use these guys. It's fine. We can build our mining stations here, and then we can head down to Territorial once we are done there. Wonderful. So we're just going to continue to push through these areas. So Terra up here, of course, we're going to be finishing up fairly soon. I want to head to Alphard next. There we go. There's hyper shields done. That is very good. Experimental subspace navigation, not bad. Subspace sensors, we'll take that. And we should probably think about a ship upgrade at this point. Since we have level 5 armor at this point, and no level 2 plasma thrusters yet. Or level 3 plasma thrusters. No level 2 afterburners yet. We could definitely go up to advanced combat computers, which we'll do. And then what else are we interested in here? So that's gamma lasers, and we still have autocannon 1. Sure. That seems fine. So next up, we would do destroyers here. This is all the same, but we would upgrade to level 5 hyper shields, as well as neutronium armor. That looks wonderful. And then these upgrades here, we would go to line advanced combat computers. And then we do the same thing for our cruisers. So for now, our weapons are not changing. But we would definitely go to line combat computers, upgrade our shields, and upgrade our armor. So that's going to be significant upgrades on the defenses, although our offenses aren't going to be quite so high. Why is this a level 4 laser? Well, let's upgrade that to a level 5 while we're at it. Okay, cool. So now we need to get these upgraded. That's going to be relatively expensive to do, but we don't actually care. It should go nice and quickly. I want to grab Fortress Doctrine here for the starbase capacity. We're going to want additional starbases soon enough. So we're going to be working our way through these shipyard constructions for a while. This archaeological site is continuing, and of course, we still have the one in Siagawa, and we have one in Eniara as well. So we have a bunch of archaeological digs and astral rifts and the crystal rift still to do. So that all looks relatively fine. So we're going to be upgrading our fleets here, and that looks phenomenal. Anything jobs-wise that we need right now? Actually, Targon Prime does need a capital upgrade. That looks good. Okay.
Construction complete.
So we just finished up down here in Hawaz, and next I want to go to Satatoni. It's going to take a little bit to get the influence to get all of this colonized, but that is absolutely understood. So it's going to be a bit before we get to Alphard. It's going to be a little bit before we get to Territorial yet. Yeah, so Satatoni is definitely going to be the next upgrade, no matter what. And I probably would choose that anyway, because there's a colonizable world there. So that looks great. Starbase capacity is not bad. Let's just grab that. We already have a lot of starbase capacity, and we would be delighted to increase that further. We are going to need them. So that seems fine for the moment. Our upgrades are actually getting fairly close to being done. You can see that our fleets are significantly improved, which is absolutely expected. This is a construction ship from the Hiran Pious Nation. What are you doing here? I think they're going to Nozoxa. I'm thinking about closing borders with the Hiran Pious Nation. Okay, there we go. So that construction ship is out of here. We got to keep a close eye on making sure that nobody sneaks construction ships into these areas. Overall, they're most likely going to be ours, but we have to stop them from doing that. Okay, they reciprocated. It's not shocking. So at this point, I want to think about grabbing, more Edict Fund. Clearing tile blockers, though. Clearing tile blockers is always good.
Construction complete.
So that looks fine for the moment. And we just finished up construction. Right, we've arrived in Satatoni. Okay, let's get that going. So the Aeolid 7 is heading up to Alphard. We are now maxed again on our minor artifacts. So I'm going to sell to private collectors and an ancient tomb archaeological site. Okay, I'm going to discover an L-Gate insight as well, just to keep those spent down a little bit. So that sounds good. Our colony ship is almost completed, but we have finished upgrading over here. We also just established this colony. So that, of course, means that we want to put in a gene clinic here. There we go. And we have other buildings that we want to put in as well. This is max physics research from technicians. So this would be a good location to put in a storm relief center and designate this as a generator world. Okay, so we would also be interested in putting in a storm summoning theater and eventually a storm attraction theater and a city district. I want the city district to come in here. Okay, show us your ways. What do you got? Nope. Get out of here. Fantastic. So there's a colony ship finishing, and our terraformations are still proceeding nicely. This archaeological event is continuing. Nice. So the Aeolid is going to arrive in Alphard fairly soon. This is still going to be working for a little bit down over here. We're exploring an astral rift. Okay. The Dimazanian concern opened their borders to us. Sure. Seems fine.
Construction
The
complete.
Shroud Storm is still causing some issues down over here, but we need to colonize this world. We're going to send some Cyanur out there. That seems okay. And we'll build mining and research stations out here. Then we're almost definitely going to want to get Nozoxa to get Zanam. That's going to be very useful for us. Size 25 Gaia world, after all. So that sounds wonderful. And then there are 3 additional worlds that we would like to grab down over here. So getting those colonized as soon as possible is, of course, still a pretty high priority, even though we are 129 years into this game. We definitely are still filling in our land. We had really good, I think about the game in phases, right? We had a really, really good land grab phase. Now we're in a fill-in phase or an expansion phase. You can call it either of those. I kind of prefer the terminology expansion phase. And this is going very well as well, thus far. I'm very pleased with how this is going so far. So we'll be arriving in Alphard fairly shortly. The main issue, of course, is that we want to grab Nozoxa, right? And we're going to be short on influence. We're going to have to choose to prioritize one. And I'm going to prioritize Nozoxa over Alphard because of getting the world there. So that is absolutely wonderful. We just got subspace sensors, and I'm noticing this up here. I'll take a look at that in a second. But tachyon sensors are a possible thing that we could do. I guess we'll work on that. It'll take a while. So we have an expropriation casus belli against the Garoan Syndicate, and I don't care about that. It's fine. Whatever. Cool. So the Aeolid is going to be arriving in Alphard fairly soon. The main question is, when is this construction ship going to finish up in Satatoni? I think we have to prioritize Nozoxa over Alphard. Yeah, we definitely do. Just looking at the way this timing is playing out, this will be the best way to go. Oh, hey, we got some influence from these guys.
And they want to talk to us.
Sure. I don't think we actually did anything, but sure, we got some influence. I like it. So that, of course, means that we don't have to wait. We can just queue this up right now in Alphard. That's perfect. We're very, very happy about that. So the last mining station is being worked on in Satatoni at this moment, and Kunides is now in a situation where, honestly, we should probably go to Evol after we get Kunides built. Reason being, I want to be heading down towards these 3 systems. Okay, we just terraformed this world, and we should definitely send over some Nimbulans. There we go. That seems excellent. And yeah, I just want to grab the remainder of these worlds. There's so much that we could do in terms of, like, building tall, but I'm not sure that we're going to do all of that in this series. We'll see. We built very tall last series. It was fun. I really enjoy that. I think it's a very, very neat way to go. But with this size, I don't know. I'll think about it. At any rate, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to head down to Evol here and see about taking over these 3, hopefully all within the next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hiro Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.